For best results, repeat this workout daily for 21 days. Focus on your breathing and keep those abs tight. The workout starts at the 3-minute point. We begin with a review of proper form. The bridge. Lift your hips as high as you can to the ceiling until just the upper shoulders and back are on the floor. Press your heels into the floor. Engage your glutes and hamstrings while squeezing the abdominals and lower back together. You exhale as you go up, keeping it nice and smooth and slow and tight. The pelvic tilt, you're just pushing your lower back into the floor, pushing the belly button into the floor right through the spine and getting those lower abs tight. Exhaling as you push downward to feel those lower abs working and keeping the upper abs tight at the same time. The one-leg bridge, you'll take one leg and put the ankle on the opposite knee and continue to do the bridge motion, pushing your hips up to the ceiling, keeping everything square. Exhale as you lift. Push that heel right through the floor. You might want to adjust your foot a little forward or a little back to see if you feel more through the hamstrings and glutes so you can figure out which position is going to be better for you. But you want to definitely feel that working leg pressing through the floor. Let's try the other side. Go ahead and lift. Get that foot set in its position. Lifting as high as you can, squeezing the glutes and hamstrings. Right in the middle of the hamstrings. Adjust your foot forward a little bit and see how that feels. Remember, keep your stomach tight. Move the foot back a little bit and see how that feels. Figure out which position you're going to use during the workout as you lift those hips to the ceiling and tighten your stomach. The lower abdominal curl, pressing that lower back into the floor, focusing on the belly button going right through the spine and to the floor, getting those lower abdominals to activate, not using your legs. It's only the hips that go slightly upward. You can add the crunch at the same time, but remember, you've got to keep those hips working on the lower abdominals, just like that pelvic tilt. For the roll-ups, begin lying down, arms overhead, and roll slowly upward. Hands reach to the sky and roll down and repeat. When your hands are up overhead, try to push them back by your ears and slowly come down, working the abdominals. Next, roll over onto your stomach. Now for the plank to the hover, you begin in the plank position, pull your shoulders down towards your hips, tighten your stomach. Go down onto the elbow plank and hold a solid plank and then go back up again. Use the same arm up and down. So that would be right arm down, then right arm up, left arm up, and then the same thing on the left side down and left side up. You're basically alternating with the lead arm up and down. We're beginning with the one-leg bridge, so set your foot position and let's go. Push as high as you can to the ceiling. Keeping that stomach tight, using the glutes by pressing your heel into the floor as hard as you can. Try to feel those hamstrings engaged too. Make sure your hips stay nice and square towards the ceiling. Exhale as you go up. Get those abs tight along with that lower back. Going straight up, feeling those glutes on every single repetition. Nice and tight through the abs every repetition. Up next is the abdominal curl crunch combo. Press that lower back into the floor, get a couple of pelvic tilts to begin with. There's our buzzer, so bring those legs up and press that lower back into the ground as you press the belly button into the spine. Use those exhales. Every exhale, getting tighter through the abdominals. You can add the upper body for the abdominal crunch. Remember, your focus is always on that lower abdominal curl though. Do not pull on your head. Just let your head rest in your fingers and focus on a tight squeeze on both upper and lower abdominals as you go. There's our bell. So get into the bridge position with one leg on the opposite knee and that foot wherever the position felt best for you. And going up to the ceiling, focus on pushing the heel into the floor as hard as you can. Exhaling as you go up, tightening the glutes, tightening the hamstrings. Getting as tight as you can through the abdominals too, squeezing the lower back and the abdominals together. Everything from the neck down is getting nice and tight. Exhale as you go up. Keep those abs tight. Push the heel hard into the floor to get those hamstrings and glutes. That's our bell right there, so stop, put that foot down and get ready for some roll-ups. Slowly peeling your upper body off the floor. Take it up, let your legs go where they want to. Keeping that stomach nice and tight on the way down. You can keep the arms either overhead or out in front of you. When you come all the way up to the top and those arms go overhead, you take them back by your ears, squeeze your back, stomach tight all the way down. Exhaling as you go up. If you need help with your neck, you can support it, or you might end up doing what I just did right there. So rolling over for your plank to hovers. Get set. Shoulders stay down towards the hips, down on the right arm, up on the right arm. Then down on the left arm and up on the left arm. So remember your leads. Your most important part is your plank. So once you get into that hover position, you hold tight for a second. When you get to the plank position, you hold tight for a second. You always set for a good plank before you begin to move. Keep it going. We have time for about one more. And there's our bell, so bring it down, roll it over, and get ready for round two. Go ahead and bring your leg number 1 foot up onto the opposite knee. Let's go. Hips are up nice and high, squeezing as tight as you can through the abdominals, pushing that heel hard into the floor, feeling the glutes and the hamstrings as you push it to the sky, feeling that stretch in the hip flexors on the front of the hips. Exhaling as you go up. Keep it going. Focus. You have time for one more. There's our bell. Bring it on down. Get ready for your ab curl. So we're either doing the ab curl or the curl crunch combo. Begin by getting some pelvic tilt going. There's our buzzer, so lift it up. Let's go right into that lower abdominal curl. Small lift of the hips, press that belly button into the spine. Use your breathing, and if you're going to do some crunches at the same time, go ahead. Remember, your main focus is on those lower abdominals. You want to make sure you can really feel that stomach pressing downward. You can mix it up at any time between a regular crunch, a lower abdominal curl, and a combo crunch. There's our bell. Bring it on down. Get ready for leg number 2 of the bridge. So get into the bridge position with one leg on the opposite knee and that foot wherever the position felt best for you. And going up to the ceiling, focus on pushing the heel into the floor as hard as you can. Exhaling as you go up, tightening the glutes, tightening the hamstrings. Getting as tight as you can through the abdominals too, squeezing the lower back and the abdominals together. Everything from the neck down is getting nice and tight. Keep those abs tight. Exhale as you go up. Push the heel hard into the floor to get those hamstrings and glutes. That's our bell right there, so stop. Get ready for the roll-ups. Here we go. Lifting slowly, squeezing the stomach as you go down. Not using momentum, keeping it nice and slow, and if you can't get all the way up, don't worry about it. Get where you can. Nice and tight as you roll down. Remember, deep breath, exhale as you go up. You can support your head for a little bit if you need to as well. When you go down, the arms can either be straight up or back behind your ears. Nice and controlled. That's our bell. Let's get ready for the plank to the hover. Get in the plank position, pull those shoulders down towards your hips, tighten your stomach, and hold that plank. Go down left arm first, then left arm up first. You can use the flat hands or the fist. Just try and remember to alternate the arms that you lead with. So left, left, and then right, and right to come up. Always focus on that plank, keeping it nice and tight. Get into the position at the top or the bottom and hold that plank for a second. Oop, That's the end. You did it. Ta-da!